Welcome back to Echo Reviews, everyone. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to talk about the third Game of Thrones episode. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. So Jon Snow is back from the dead. No, we're already past that. Everybody calm down. Davos, of course, is stunned to see him alive. Melisandre comes in and they start asking him if he remembers anything. And what does Jon say? "He stabbed me!" Sounding very shocked and very pertained to the fact that he got a dozen knives shoved through his gut. Great job, Jon. Hope they had concessions and masseuses for you in heaven. Now go feed that little prick Ollie to your direwolf. Oh, what? You're gonna mope a little, hug and reunite with all your friends and have Tormund joke about your dick? No, yes. No, it's a couple things to mope about. So Sam and Gilly are on their way to Old Town. Sam gets a little seasick and Gilly tries to comfort him. Speaking of which, that rum didn't exactly agree with me. I'll be right back. Gilly talks about Old Town being one of the most beautiful places in Westeros. Gilly is just the cutest little carrot this side of the Narrow Sea, isn't she? Looks like Sam's taking Gilly and little Sam to his father's house before he gets sick again. I'll be right back. Then we're in another flashback with young Ned Stark looking like Nick from the Backstreet Boys and the Knight Sir Arthur Dayne, who I swear sounds like Liam Neeson.
Our prince wanted us here.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Which reminds me, how the hell have they not gotten my boy Liam on this show? Could you imagine a medieval Taken series? My daughter's been kidnapped. I should send a raven. I don't know who you are, but winter is coming. After Ned kicks some serious ass against a dual sword-wielding Arthur Dayne. Speaking of, I know about Arthur Dayne's sword Dawn and how he wasn't wielding it. If that were the case, it wouldn't be that spoiled prick Joffrey taking Ned's head. Just saying. I read the wikis, books. In the flashback, Bran sees his father run up the stairs to the Tower of Joy because he heard a certain woman screaming. But the Raven pulls him out. But not before he calls out his father's name and he actually turns around as if he heard something. Can we say time-traveling three-eyed raven? Felt like I was watching a medieval Rick and Morty there for a sec. Anyway, cut to Dany. She's in Bias Dothraki, surrounded by wives of other dead Khals, including someone else who was married to a great Khal like she was to Drogo. Turns out she has to stand trial for going out to see the world instead of going to where she is now after Khal Drogo died. Khal traditions are weird. Cut to Varys just being Varys, waving a fan in his face while he's sitting on the steps to the throne of Meereen. I swear, if he's not alive by the end of the series, I'm protesting worse than I did for that crappy Walking Dead cliffhanger season finale. What? I just egged Chris Hardwick's house and turned over his trash is all. What's that? He's not the showrunner? Oh, that's Talking Dead. I should start writing my Twitter apology to Nerdist if I still want that date with Felicia Day. Varys is prosecuting this female leader of a brothel who is helping the Sons of Harpy rebel against Dany's leadership, which involves killing members of the Unsullied and the Second Sons, including threatening the brothel girl's son. He really is a spider. I don't think I saw Varys get this scheming since season 1. But he goes back to being Mr. Nice Guy again. Dude gives her passage on a boat and a bunch of silver. I'm just throwing it out there. Varys is the most dangerous man in Westeros, but he still has a heart. Cut to Tyrion trying to break the ice with Missandei and Grey Worm. Funniest thing I've seen this season so far. He tries to play his get-to-know game that he did with Bronn and Shay, but Missandei and Grey Worm aren't having it. But thankfully Varys comes in to awkwardly break the awkwardness by reporting how the other slaver cities are rebelling against Dany's rule, and Tyrion puts Varys' little birds to work. So great to have these two getting along and working together. Though Grey Worm and Missandei are sitting in the background like that awkward couple that's only been dating for 2 days, while they're out with dinner with another couple who's been together for very long and can't keep their tongues out of each other's mouths and while they're in public. Did that really happen to me? No. No. Then cut to Qyburn trying to be the new Varys and clearly failing. Cersei, Zombie Mountain, and Jaime come in asking Qyburn to put spies in Highgarden, Dorne, etc. Then they crash a small council meeting with Kevan Lannister, Olenna Tyrell, Mace Tyrell, Grand Maester Pycelle. Olenna being much less cattier than she used to be. And all of them just get up and walk out. Cersei and Jaime seem to not be as liked as they used to be back in the day. King Stooge, aka Tommen, goes to see the High Sparrow to demand that he let Cersei seize Myrcella's grave. And long story short, the High Sparrow makes a monologue, perfect timing for Mother's Day, considering we're talking about a chick who bangs her brother 24/7. Seriously, what the hell is this Sparrow dude up to? Anyway, Arya is still training to become a faceless man. The wife questions her about her little list of death, and mentioning one last person that she thinks she had forgotten to put on her list. Who could it be, even though the dialogue clearly gives away who it's supposed to be? Arya herself. She gets her eyesight back, looks like her training is complete. Or almost complete. Moving on to Ramsay, who's negotiating with Lord Karstark, and he brings Rickon, the severed head of his direwolf, and Osha to Ramsay as a gift. Didn't see that coming. And back to poor Jon Snow. Does he disembowel and give the insides of Ollie and Alistair Thorne to the wildlings? No. Does he tie them to a tree and let Ghost have all the fun? No. He does the honorable thing and hangs them. Granted, it wasn't what I expected, but at least I got to laugh at Ollie's googly-eyed face of death, which just screamed, "Oh, I shouldn't have killed that guy." What goes around comes around, Ollie. Sorry, buddy. I loved hating you. Jon gives his Lord Commander cloak to his bro Ed. Davos and Melisandre hang in the background. Melly in a position that's strikingly similar to where Stannis stood when Jon beheaded Janos Slynt. Could that mean anything? Could that represent something? Am I reading too much into that? Probably. But hey, I'm a cinema guy. I pay attention to small detail. Regardless, Jon walks out of Castle Black, dropping the mic and saying his watch has ended. Too long didn't watch version! Another great episode, another great rigmarole of scenes from all the favorite characters, including the ones that we haven't seen in a while. Or should I say, one. Oh, Rickon! And more turmoil for everybody to endure. I'd beg Ramsay to go easy on Rickon. Can say the same for Osha, considering Ramsay lost his playmate. Or should I say, all three of them. But something tells me we're gonna see another Stark head roll, or a throat get cut, or a pecker get chopped off. Just do it quick, Ramsay. Rickon had a lot to live for, considering he was gone in the last 3 seasons. I have to say, Rickon being in the hands of Ramsay is the thing I'm most worried for now. Daenerys' storyline is kind of weird, but I guess she had to have some kind of conflict. I could care less about Tyrion and Varys' conflict with the other cities, I just love them being in frame together. And as for Jon Snow and his oath to the Night's Watch being broken, I'm excited to see where he goes and what he does. And please don't tell me that's the end of Davos and Melly. If their story arcs are done, just let them be, DB and Dave. Not everybody whose storyline is complete has to die. In fact, nobody's storyline has been completed in this show. Regardless, I'm looking forward to next week, and I know you guys are too, and I sure as hell will be there to review it for y'all. This has been another Echo review. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, my name is Matt, and I am signing out.